Hello, I'm the Platypus and welcome back to my channel. Now, obviously this episode is Dear Esther episode 1 of the kind of new rebranding of the YouTube. So before the YouTube was originally a Let's Play channel, and then it was kind of used for highlights from my streams on Twitch. So instead now I've decided to kind of rebrand it and focus on something I'm very passionate about, game design and game development, I guess, in general. So this series will all be about me playing games that I find interesting for the game design of them or the artistic value of it, whether it's through story or through environment and stuff like that. And Dear Esther is a walking sim, heavily based on story, but as I found playing it, the environment as well is amazing. Considering it was made in the Source engine, which I believe is true. I said it in the episode, but I'm pretty sure it was. But yeah, I hope you enjoy it. I'll also be doing, so there'll be videos like this where it's kind of Let's Play, but focusing on the kind of design of the game and the elements of the game. Instead of like the this game's fun kind of thing. And I'll also be doing once a month on the first day of the month, so starting February 1st, I'll be doing essay type videos. First one's going to be about Cyberpunk 2077 and the design aspects of that game and the design choices, innovations, stuff like that, instead of like story or bugs. So it'll be mostly spoiler free. It'll be mostly spoiler free. But yeah, look out for that, and hopefully once a month I'll be doing a game essay video like that, so look out for that, and that'll be kind of like what the channel will be now: Let's Plays and then these big game essay videos. So I hope you enjoy it. There's a couple of issues with this episode, with this Let's Play. I tried to play the game for me in 2K 144 Hz and stream, which didn't go very well. I had to stream on 720p and I thought that would be okay, but actually the stream doesn't look great. So in the future I will be streaming these games on 1080p. And also I've kind of cut certain parts out where I had to like fix the stream, or I was speaking to chat and stuff like that. So there will be little jumps, but it didn't take anything away from the game or the story. I'll also be streaming these games on YouTube whether I'm capturing video for the big essay games or when I'm playing games like this for the Let's Plays. I'll be streaming them on YouTube. If not, if I'm just streaming for fun, playing casual games, they'll be on Twitch. And also follow me on Twitter, please, because on there I'll be, kind of talking about the videos I'll be doing and telling people when I'm going to be streaming and stuff like that. So it'll just, help you keep informed with the channel. Yep, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoy the video, and I'll see you in the stream. Yeah. So apart from the fact it's set in an island in Scotland and it's story driven, I don't really know much about it. The reason why I chose to play this was, one, I saw that it was on the Origin store and it was free. Free in a sense of it's in with Origin EA Play. But I know this game is very story driven. I've heard of Chinese Room, the developers, before. They're a British developer, and they make very story driven games. I believe they were the ones who made Amnesia. What's it called? Pigs one? The pigs, something pigs. We got now. So yeah, they like making story-driven games. I like story-driven games. It's something I'd like to make in the future personally. It's kind of what I would want to focus on. So it'll be interesting to see how they've done it. I have heard some criticisms of this game and their other games, the fact that people say it lacks gameplay and that it's very much just story. It's kind of like an interactive story game instead of an actual game. So I can understand the criticism, but I'm coming into this game knowing that. That's the difference. I know that this is going to be this, and I think a lot of people expect it to be something it isn't. I'm just going to quickly close that to make it look better for myself. I think people come in playing games like this expecting it to be a big story game, just a normal game, and it's not. It is like a movie that you play with. So we want to do it with director's commentary. So there's like 4 sections. I believe this game is about 4 hours long, so we should be done about just after 11.
Dear Esther,
I'll be quiet now.
I've lost track of how long I've been here and how many visits I have made overall.
Oh, I
Certainly
can
the
move.
landmarks are now so familiar to me that I have to remind myself to actually see the forms and shapes in front
Ah,
of me.
this isn't made in
I could
sauce.
stumble
Okay.
blind across these rocks, the edges of these precipices, without fear of missing my step and plummeting
Oh, this
down
is
to
spooky
sea.
as fuck.
Besides, I've always considered that if one is to fall, it is critical to keep one's eyes firmly open.
Okay, well this is a bit creepy. Oh! I didn't duck there. This is a lot like Amnesia. It feels. I don't like that. Down or up? I'm gonna go up because up. Let's go up. Yeah, please tell me in the chat how the audio is and everything. Hopefully it's good. This doesn't feel very Scotland to me. Okay.
Donnelly reported the legend of the hermit, a holy man who sought solitude in its most pure form. Allegedly, he rode here from
We're gonna turn the
mainland
flashlight
in a
on.
boat without a bottom, so all the creatures of the sea could rise at night to converse with him. How disappointed he must have been with their chatter.
Oh.
Perhaps now, when all that haunts the ocean is the rubbish dumped from the tankers, he'd find more peace. They say he threw his arms wide in a valley on the south side, and the cliff opened up to provide him shelter. They say he died of fever 116 years later. The shepherds left gifts for him at the mouth of the cave, but Donnelly records they never claimed to have seen him. I have visited the cave and I have left my gifts, but like them, I appear to be an unworthy subject of his solitude.
Okay. That was weird with the whole. Oh, I've just realised. I've just realised my camera is blocking. I'm so sorry for. I will put my camera there. Yeah, sorry for. I just realised I was blocking the subtitles. So for anyone who is not a native English speaker, a bit awkward. Sorry about that. Yeah, I'll keep slowing the game down. This is as quick as you can go. Yeah, I was gonna say it was a bit awkward falling from the rocks. Obviously, in real life you would injure yourself. I didn't really know which way to go. I'm guessing we're going up these
Those
steps.
islands in the distance, I'm sure, are nothing more than relics of another time. Sleeping giants, somnambulist gods laid down for a final.
What does that mean?
I wash the sand from my lips and grip my wrist ever more tightly. My shaking arms will not support my fading diaries.
My shaking arms will not support my fading diaries. Yeah, I feel like this is going to be a very chilled experience. I don't believe there's any characters in it, because I think that's another criticism of Chinese Room games, that they don't really have. Ah, okay. I probably should have turned back around when I got to there, but I decided to just drop down the rocks. No, they don't really have characters in it. It's all given through, like, obviously this is monologues or like story notes, or I think everyone's gone to the Rapture, which
Donnelly's book had not been taken out from the library since 1974. I decided it would never be missed as I slipped it under my coat and avoided the librarian's gaze on the way out.
I recognise his voice.
If the subject matter is obscure, the writer's literary style is even more so. It is not the text of a stable or trustworthy reporter. Perhaps it is fitting that my only companion in these last days should be a stolen book written by a dying man.
So they spoke about that guy, the hermit, who lived on the side of the rocks with the cave. He stole a book, Donnelly's book. Is Donnelly the caveman? Have I already missed an important story? I hope
When
not.
someone had died or was dying, or was so ill they gave up what little hope they could sacrifice, they cut parallel lines into the cliff, exposing the white chalk beneath. You could see them from the mainland or the fishing boats, and know to send aid or impose a cordon of protection, and wait a generation until whatever pestilence stalked the cliff paths died along with its hosts. My lines are just for this: to keep any would-be rescuers at bay. The infection is not simply of the flesh.
So what's he dying of? Simply, not of simply of the flesh would either mean unnatural or mental. Oh, that's cool. The stone circles. The stone monoliths.
They were God-fearing people, those shepherds. There was no love in the relationship. Donnelly tells me that they had one Bible that was passed around in strict rotation. It was stolen by a visiting monk in 1776, 2 years before the island was abandoned altogether. In the interim, I wonder, did they assign chapter and verse to the stones and grasses, marking the geography with a superimposed significance that they could actually walk the Bible and inhabit its contradictions?
So, is that kind of talking about taking the Bible and linking it to like your own life in the sense, and their life was this desolate island in the middle of, well, in the north of Scotland, I'm guessing. Most islands are in the north or west.
I met Paul. I made my own little pilgrimage. My Damascus, a small semi-detached on the outskirts of Wolverhampton. We drank coffee in his kitchen and tried to connect to one another. Although he knew I hadn't come in search of an apology, reason or retribution, he still spiraled in panic, thrown high and lucid by his own dented bonnet. Responsibility had made him old. Like us, he'd already passed beyond any conceivable boundary of life.
I'm struggling to keep up with the story, to be honest here. Yeah.
He still maintains he wasn't drunk, but tired. I can't make the judgment or the distinction anymore. I was drunk when I landed here, and tired too. I walked up the cliff path in near darkness and camped in the bay where the trawler lies beached. It was only at dawn that I saw the bothy and decided to make my temporary lodgings there. I was expecting just the aerial and a transmitter stashed in a weatherproof box somewhere on the mount. It had an air of uneasy permanence to it. Like all the other buildings here, erosion seems to have evaded it completely.
I mean, that lighthouse seemed to be pretty eroded. Yeah, I love stuff like this. The like stone circles in Scotland and stuff like that. There's one near... Oh, there's a Bible, I'm guessing. They said about a Bible that was stolen. That they had one Bible. Yeah, there's a stone circle near where I live in the UK, and it's strange to visit because I'm not a religious man, and I know there's no, like, you know, I feel like there's no power link there or anything like that, but it's like, this is a place where people came and did rituals and did things that they believed would change stuff, like change the weather or give them fortune or stuff like that. And it's very eerie, them type of places. Not in like a sad way, just I feel like the history gives them power, not that they're actually powerful, but you just know that they were so important, and like, why did people put stones in a circle in that formation?
Dear Esther, I have now driven the stretch of the M5 between Exeter and Bristol over 21 times. But although I have all the reports and all the witnesses, and have cross-referenced them within a millimetre using my Ordnance Survey maps, I simply cannot find the location. You'd think there would be marks to serve as some evidence. It's somewhere between the turn-off for Sanford and the welcome break services, but although I can always see it in my rear-view mirror, I have as yet been unable to pull ashore.
So they're looking for something that they don't know where it is, so I'm guessing it's from some text or something. I'm gonna go down to these trawlers, and then if not, go back up the mountain. Yeah. I guess it's maybe a bit like Scotland. I've been to the islands when I was young. I've been to like the west in Scotland and north, I guess. I've been to like Fort William and stuff, but mostly south and middle Scotland, which kind of different because it's populated, where the north and west of Scotland isn't, and that's, I think, what people like about it. That's what I like about it. It's still like rural and wild, except there's no predators. I don't know if there's... That sounds weird. I'm guessing there's nothing to do with the trawler. I was hoping I could climb up the crate, but obviously there's like no climb or jump mechanic. Probably get on this box? No, it's not physical. Okay. What year did this game come out? It does look a bit old, is what I'm saying. I know I had to drop the settings down a little bit, but yeah. But then I think I might be wrong. I think this was Candy's Room's first game, so it will be quite old. As far as I know, it is. Obviously they did Everyone's Gone the Rapture and Machine for Pigs, Amnesia, and well, I've done other ones after that, but I can't remember. I'm just going to cut the corner here.
It's only at night that this place makes any sluggish effort at life. You can see the buoy and the aerial. I've been taking to sleeping through the day in an attempt to resurrect myself. I can feel the last days drawing upon me. There's little point now in continuation. There must be something new to find here. Some nook or some cranny that offers a perspective worth clinging to. I've burnt my bridges. I've sunk my boats and watched them go to water.
On the side of that boat, it says neither did he drink, neither did he eat nor drink, which is ominous, if I must say. I'm guessing we're heading to that mountain. I'm guessing that's the ending of the game. So let's do that. So obviously we're learning about this guy. He seems to have come to this island to die. For some reason. So why are we here? I feel cold this game. The wind is making me feel cold. But why did Esther come here? I'm guessing we are Esther because dear Esther and all the messages seem to be towards Esther. But why? Yeah. And obviously they said about that guy that he tried to speak to, who's, by the way written, it sounds like he got drunk and smashed the car. Oh fuck, I've gone in a circle. I think it's over there. I think it's that path over there. You know what, I might put the crosshair on just so I can point at stuff, just so I can be like over there. Wait, no, I'll take it off. Sorry, I can feel like I might break the immersion a little bit. That wind, the sound of the wind and the way the things are blowing there, it's very cool. And just, it makes you feel cold. Unless my room is just actually cold.